Hello everyone. Today we will be performing an experiment to study half-wave rectifier circuit with and without capacitor. We will perform this experiment on virtual lab. As you all must be familiar with the virtual lab. So firstly we will go to the virtual lab. Under that we will go to electronics and communication labs, and then we will click on basic electronics lab. Here we can see a list of experiments. Under this we will go to half wave rectification. So what is rectification? Rectification is nothing but the conversion of AC voltage into DC voltage. It basically utilizes a unidirectional conduction device like PN junction diode. Basically, there are two type of rectifiers: half wave rectifier and full wave rectifier. Half wave rectifier, here we will be using half wave rectifier. Half wave rectifier converts AC voltage into pulsating DC voltage using only one half of the applied AC voltage. As we can see here, this diode, it will conduct only for the positive half cycle of the input voltage, while for the negative cycle it will remain off. So now we can see that this is the input voltage. Vm is its maximum value, and when we pass it through the half wave rectifier, it converts into pulsating DC. So for the positive half cycle, total current passing through the circuit will be Vi minus Vb upon Rd plus R, where Vb is the barrier potential of diode, Rd is diode resistance, and I is the total current. So output voltage will be I into R. So if our dynamic resistance of diode is less than the load resistance, so we output voltage will be Vi minus Vb. So when Vi will be less than Vb, so diode will be off and the output voltage will be equals to 0. Otherwise, when Vi is greater than Vb, diode will be on and V output will be Vi minus Vb. For negative half cycle, the diode will be off, therefore output voltage will be equals to 0. Now in case of an ideal diode, the barrier potential is almost equals to 0. So in this case, for positive cycle, V output will be equals to Vi, while for the negative cycle, V output will be equals to 0. Now there are some parameters, important parameters for half wave rectifier. Those are ripple factor, efficiency, peak inverse voltage, transformer utilization factor, form factor, and peak factor. Now first of all we will study a ripple factor. Ripple factor is nothing but the ratio of RMS value of AC component to DC value of DC component of output. In this case, we can see that V RMS, that is RMS value of ripple, is equals to V square RMS minus VD square. So the formula for ripple factor is under root VRMS upon VDC square minus 1. Now first of all we will calculate these VRMS and VDC. So uh, in case first we will calculate VDC. So VDC is nothing but the average DC content in the output voltage. So we can calculate it by using this formula, and its value will be Vm by pi. Now DC current will be equals to VDC by load resistance, so it will come as Im by pi. Now RMS voltage at load resistance can be calculated using this formula, and it will come as Vm by 2. Now we can calculate this ripple factor for half wave rectifier, and it will come around 1.21. So we can say there is a large amount of AC component present in the output, and this is one of the disadvantage of half wave rectifier. Now we will go for the efficiency. It is nothing but a ratio of DC output power to AC input power, and it is around 40.6% for half wave rectifier. Now coming to the peak inverse voltage, it is nothing but the maximum reverse voltage that a diode can withstand without destroying. So basically it is the peak voltage during the negative half cycle. So for half wave rectifier, peak inverse voltage is equals to Vm. Now coming to transformer utilization factor. Transformer utilization factor, as we can see in case of rectifiers, this we are using transformer here, and then this either step up or step down, and this input voltage is provided to the rectifier. So transfer utilization factor is the ratio of DC power delivered to load to AC rating of transformer secondary, and for half wave rectifier it comes around 0.287. Now form factor is RMS value, ratio of RMS value to average value, and it comes 1.57. Now similarly peak factor, it is ratio of peak value to RMS value, and it is around 2 for half wave rectifier. Now we can observe that form factor is greater than or equal to 1 for half wave rectifier, and RMS value is greater than average value. So as we can see that we can calculate ripple factor in terms of form factor also. So as this FF form factor is greater than 1, so we will get a large value of ripple factor. So this is one of the disadvantage of half wave rectifier. Now coming to half wave rectifier with capacitive filter, as we can see, we get a without filter we get a DC pulsating DC in half wave rectifier. So to smooth this pulsating DC we use filter. So we are using capacitive filter. As we know, capacitors, these allow AC component while blocks DC component. So when we pass input to this rectifier along with filter, so during the first quadrant of positive cycle, this capacitor charges up to the peak value of input voltage, that is Vm. During the second quarter of positive cycle, this diode becomes reverse bias. So this capacitor discharges through load resistance R, and it will discharge until the transformer secondary voltage again becomes larger than the capacitive voltage, and as it increases beyond the capacitive voltage, capacitor will again start charging. So and this discharging time of capacitor depends upon RC time constant. So accordingly, according to the value of C, this discharging time will change. So as we can see here that ripple voltage we can calculate from here, and it is equals to this value. Similarly, DC component can be calculated by this equation. So ripple factor in this half wave rectifier along with capacitor is calculated by this formula, and this ripple factor we will get less than the ripple factor which we have calculated in half wave rectifier without capacitor. So now we will move to the virtual lab. Here first of all we will go for without uh, capacitive filter. So we will go to half wave rectification theory, then this is procedure. You can read procedure from this section. So we will go to simulation part. Now simulation part, we will go to half wave rectifier. Here we can see this is oscilloscope, this is input sine wave, this is load resistance. So what we will do, we will assign a specific RL value. Suppose we are assigning uh, 500 ohms. Now here there will be a panel for oscilloscope. We will switch it on. Now uh, we can see the input waveform by clicking on sine wave. By clicking on sine wave, from here you can find peak voltage Vm, and for the control panel is here for the oscilloscope. This is for moving for channel 1. We are using two channels, channel 1 and channel 2. If we will press dual, both the channels will appear. We can change frequency and amplitude from here. Then we can move this graph upward and downward through this position Y for channel 1 and for channel 2 through this knob. Through on X direction for time per division, we can use this control. So this is our input sine wave. We can move it somewhere here. Now we will check, we will click on this oscilloscope, so we will get the rectified output. This is the rectified output. For positive cycle, the diode will conduct, and for the negative cycle it will be off. Then again for positive cycle it will conduct, and then it will be off. So by clicking dual mode, we can see both of these input waveform and output rectified waveform. So we can move this output voltage here, uh, and this volt per division you can use as you use on the oscilloscope to to zoom or unzoom the waveforms. Now here in the below you can see the calculation. uh, VRMS, first of all you have to calculate Vm, and after calculating Vm you can find VRMS through this formula, VDC through this formula, and then you can find out the ripple factor. It should come around 1.21. Now this is the peak current. So all these parameters you can find by using these formulas. And what you can do here, that you can take different values of RL. You can take the different values of RL, so this peak current value will change. So this will be the graph you will be getting. You will take the screenshot of this graph and you will calculate Vm, then accordingly VRMS and VDC. So this is half wave rectifier without capacitor. Now we will go for half wave rectifier with capacitor. So we will go to capacitive rectification. So by here also we will go to simulation part, and then we will go to capacitive rectification for half wave rectifier. Here also you can see we have half wave rectified output, which we have got from rectifier circuit. Then we have added this capacitance in capacitor in this circuit for capacitive filtering. So what you will do, you will first on the circuit. So we will we can see the display on oscilloscope. So first of all we will we will check the half wave rectified input. So we will click on this and we can see that it will appear like this. So for channel 1 we can move it through this in y direction like this. Okay, then what we will do, we will click on this run simulation, so we will get the filtered output. So on pressing dual you will get both the waveforms. Here also you will find the maximum in peak voltage of input voltage Vm. Then accordingly you will calculate VRMS. You will calculate VRPP, this one, the ripple voltage actually, and this is the ripple voltage, and then you can find the ripple factor, and you will see that this difference, this ripple factor will be less as compared to the this ripple factor which we have got without filter. So we can say that by using capacitive filter we are reducing the ripples in half wave rectifier. So thank you.